if you had to pick one big risk that sort of keeps you up at night right now, what is it that's?
It's geopolitics. I mean, I look at the economy as the weather. I don't worry about the economy when it goes up or it goes down, and I don't mean it bad. I don't really care. I think people waste so much words. What do you think? What's going to happen? And if you're trading stocks, maybe you have to do a little bit of that. But it's the geopolitics. I think we're at a crossroads, which is about the future of the free and democratic world. That to me is the only important thing, and that's how we handle Ukraine, Iran, Russia, China. Iran having a nuclear weapon. That'll change. That will be terrible. And America and or Israel will take severe action. Our relation with China, remember the other players in the world, they may do something to test us. Whether Russia's going to give in so quick and, do something with Trump, I'm not so sure about that. They're committing sabotage in Europe. They're cutting cables under the ground, so I think that this situation is bad. American leadership is necessary, required. We have new American leadership who's doing it a different way. I wish them the best. Obviously causing consternation. Some of that consternation is not so bad. So I'm not, in favor of, treating allies badly, but a little shock therapy is not bad. Europe's got to do a better job defending itself. And they have to do a better job fixing their economy. They've gone from 95% GDP of America to 65%. Okay, and that was political leadership. And it was because of regulations, labor inflexibility, the inability to finish the EU, the lack of a common market, the lack of a capital markets union, the lack of a banking union, and it's crippling their economy and their ability to take care of their citizens. And so those are the things that if we tear the world apart, I call it the economic battlefield, in trade, pricing, us against Europe, us against China, we're gonna have an issue. So, America first is fine. America alone, if we end up alone because we're tearing the world asunder, we will have made a mistake.